much right at the time, like maybe like 3 seconds late. Shop Talking Wrench, episode number 2, and I can't remember what I called it. Basically working on the ARRMA Big Rock. So we took the ARRMA Big Rock, really put it through a beating. You guys only saw half of what the beating was. Unfortunately, those are just words because I don't have the video proof. But what I will tell you is that this, if you like, at the end of that video where I ripped actually all 3 vehicles, you hear how I'm talking about the Big Rock. So basically, I was right then. I was talking about it based upon the whole experience, not just half of the experience. So all you guys got was half of the experience. But I can tell you what that tells me right now is that the crazy part is all this is a 110 scale 3S beat down machine. And can it like get destroyed? Of course it could. You could go 100 miles per hour. Well, 50. I don't even know how fast it goes. You know that? I think I got to take my GPS meter with me next time just to get a all-out off-road speed. I think that's kind of important. Instead of getting the on-road speed, which what's the point of the on-road speed when this is not an on-road vehicle? This is an off-road vehicle. So taking it over to that nice long straightaway with diamond dust gives that thing plenty of room for it to stretch its legs and to actually give me a max speed. And I can get it consistently. I'll go both ways and whatever. It'll give me a speed. So, and I'm only going to use that one speed meter because it's proven. So kind of like that being said, again, half of the footage you didn't see. So I had gotten very comfortable with the control of this Big Rock very quickly. And it would have been apparent in the second half of the video. The thing did stuff that I really did not expect it to do. I was crashing less. I mean, I only crashed a couple of times with this anyway, but I started to really push it. I tried to climb that 4-story vertical slope. It does have like probably about a 4-foot angled run up. That's probably somewhere around that kind of 45-ish degrees. Because what it is, it's obviously, you know, anytime it rains, the wind blows, whatever, part of the shelf of that top of the section of the mound, the sand mound, does fall down. And I didn't even realize that when I had talked about, I think I had talked about it in the live before the video released. I think I talked about it in the live. What I was talking about was how you could see the different layers of material and wondering where I was actually standing. How many years ago was that? Meaning like the ground, or technically, I guess you would call it the virgin ground that I was standing on. How many years has like nobody been there? To see those layers, to actually see 3 distinct layers of soil and rocks, that was actually pretty cool. So I want to go back there and I want to I'm actually going to film like that section. I might even take my powered, how do I say it right? Because I don't want to mess this stuff up. Anyways, I'm able to get aerial shots. They could be aerial shots from a pole, or it could be from something else. So anyways, I'm going to get some aerial shots of that area. Take my drone out. I am licensed, so. But take my drone out. I'll get some aerial shots, and you know, maybe it'll get a better perspective. But running the drone and running an RC car at the same time while I'm being licensed, that's a no. That's not going to happen. That never will. I used to do stuff like that, but that's also when I was young and licensed, or young in the licensing. I had first got my license, you know, and I was doing stuff where, you know, you let go of the sticks and you grab the other sticks and or whatever, you grab the other controller, that thing's just hovering there. But everything I did was safe anyway, so whatever. So the ARRMA, yeah, I know, I see. See, she had to come over. Yeah, sweetie. Look at, see? You want to be in my lap? Is that what it is? So the ARRMA Big Rock, you gotta give me some space here, will you? Give me some space. I know you want to lean, just give me some space. Very shocked with this ARRMA Big Rock. I can't wait for the upgrades from M2C. So if you watched those two guys there, Duba and RC81, RC Dude 81, they're both obviously, you know, they're testers for M2C stuff, apparently. And they said that they've got a motor mount coming, which has integrated brace for the chassis. And then they also have the real deal 17 millimeter adapters that are going to go on here. And they're really not, I mean, guess they're not really adapters. They're technically hexes. So it's going to be a true blue 17 millimeter hex, which is going to give you, you know, I guess an optional ability to throw different, you know, more different size tires on it, which Redcat Racing Kaiju's is what my Big Rock might be running. People were saying that they're not really overly impressed with the tires, but I have no gauge on that. I actually thought these tires were great. On the conditions that I ran in, it gave me the bite. The thing was doing wheelies. It was floating through the air. It was doing everything that I was asking of this Big Rock and more, but now something is wrong. I had noticed it. I did a bunch of crazy jumps. I tried to climb that vertical embankment, and then like I got pretty high. I didn't get all the way up there. Probably got to about the third story, and then it just tumbled down. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, or if some of the some of the high speed passes that I was doing. I started doing it in the sand, and a couple of times it got a little sketchy, and I'd hit a rut, and the thing would go into a high speed cartwheel, and that may have caused the issue. But on my right front, basically passenger side right front wheel, I've got a noticeable looseness that is not visible or not noticeable in that left side. So tonight, what I wanted to do is pop this top off. What are you doing? No, just go lay over there. You don't need to rub up against the thing. Come on, just relax, chill out. That's my other dog. She likes to be underneath the table, but then she starts leaning on the thing because she's trying to get closer. So yeah. So let's pop the top. I did wash this thing down. I basically just sprayed it down with a hose real quick. I wasn't really detailed about it. Just had to get most of the grime off. Like I said, I'll jump into the chat real quick, say hello to everybody, and literally just start investigating what's going on with this Big Rock. I really don't think it's anything major. I suspect that it might be, I'm thinking that it's a blown out inner bearing. That's just my guess. I'm not positive. The other thing it could be is maybe something with the lower kingpin. So it does have kingpins, basically top and bottom, right? Yes. So it has kingpins top and bottom. So there could be an issue with one of those. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I'll just jump into the chat, see what's going on with everybody. How is everybody doing? Will you stop? Come on. Just go over there and relax. Just come on. Just chill, okay? I'm not yelling at you. It's just okay. Just be happy. It's the little one. Oh yeah, I know you're happy. All right, so let's see. We have got. I gotta get my. See, I use actually two. In order for me to navigate, I use two like things. I use a touchpad and I use this at the same time. It helps with editing and CAD to be able to, use both, because, you maneuver one thing and you select stuff with the other one. So we got Jess is here. Oh, yeah, that's right, Jess. I just told you I was inspecting the Big Rock. Hot Hoopty, what's going on, guy? Dwayne, what's going on, man? You rip it today? No, I didn't, guy. It was only 37 degrees. For what I wanted to do, it just didn't work out. I was not interested in breaking plastic parts. Bushwalker, did you rip the... No, it was ready, guy. It was totally ready. I know. Letting everybody down, but I don't know. I saw when I went outside, right? So I looked at my phone. I went outside. It was supposed to be at least 41 degrees today, and then I would have gone. It wouldn't have been an issue. But when it's that 36, 37 degrees, it's just a little bit too cold for expensive Losi plastic parts. Because, with Losi, you can't just buy one arm that you need. You got to buy all of them. And that's like a $200 bill right there just to go ahead and get one arm replaced. And I'm pretty sure RPM does not have DBXL-E parts. RC Daniel, message retracted. What's going on? Chef, what's going on, guy? Was hoping you would go live. I did go live, guy. Bushwalker, I was live this morning. There was a COVID and coffee at 10. So we're doing like the 10-10 thing. Or was it at 11? Maybe it was 11. I'm trying to do the 10 o'clock thing. So 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night. And that's kind of the plan. Don't hold me to it, though. I don't have the energy that I used to. Let's see. Lauren, Sop. Oh, we got FC. Can you add the tower-to-tower brace from the 4S line? You know what? I haven't even literally cracked this thing open to really look at it. When I popped it open, it was literally just throwing a battery pack in it, and then that was it. I know. You can see her eyeballs. What? 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 What is your issue? What? What? Yeah, I know. I know. Just don't jump on my head. I already had a huge thing come right from my head. Don't want that happening again. Let's see. What else was there? That's unknown. But I think technically, can't you just like do whatever you want when you think about it? Josh Taylor, what's going on, guy? Awesome hat. Yeah, I wear a couple of hats. I'm still waiting for my Dodge hat. Mopar. You know what's funny is I wear different hats based upon what I'm going to do. So when I ripped it, what hat did I have on? I had my Ford hat on. Why did I have my Ford hat on? Well, because I suspected that I was going to be breaking everything. So you get it, right? It's why I wear certain hats certain times. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to it. You know, I own Fords. I can speak to that. Found on road dead, fix and repair daily. It's just my truck is seemingly like the unicorn of all 6.0s. That truck has only left me stranded on the road one time. It has only been on and get this, big black. This was awesome. So I have AAA. And I have AAA for one particular reason. The one time big black broke down, right? The guy that picked up, well, actually, no, that's not true. My truck has been on a flatbed twice. So the first time it was on a flatbed, my O-ring for my high pressure fuel injector fitting blew out. So obviously, you know, losing that, actually, no, it was the oil pump. Sorry. The high pressure injection fuel, whatever thing, whatever the heck it was called. It was called like a 3-letter thing. That blew out. And what's crazy is I can't remember if I did a video on it, but I did like a picture series on it. Literally Big Black stopped because of stinking O-ring. I mean, when you lose the oil pressure going to your fuel rails, you're all done. Your injectors can't fire. You're done. So what was really cool was when I called AAA, obviously my truck was covered under AAA, but they don't know. They don't know what my truck is. They don't know that it's a crew cab 8-foot bed, just F350 that, you know, weighs, you know, 11,000 pounds because it's got a slip-in bed and all this other stuff. Do you know what I mean? So when I called them, I said, you know, make sure you send the big truck. And apparently the lady thought I was just joking. So when the guy pulled up, he was like, you got to be kidding me. And I'm like, hey, I told them to send the big truck. I said to send a real flatbed. And they were like, okay. So the guy radioed another guy. Another guy came with a slightly bigger flatbed. And the best part about it was he loaded it. Okay. And I've got pictures of my truck being loaded on that flatbed. I have got an inch distance between the front bar and the back plate bar that, you know, the ram bar that stops, like, you know, vehicles coming through the cab in a potential accident. So Big Black was right up against that ram bar. And then my tires, I swear to God, the tire patch, like where the flatbed starts to angle down, where it has like that section of little angle down, the flat patch of my tire was literally right at that angle down section. So Big Black, because Big Black went onto a flatbed through AAA, there's no excuse. They can never deny me now. And I thank that guy for doing that, because they tried to give me a hard time one time. They're like, oh, you know, we can't tow that truck. It's too big. And I said, check your records. You guys have already towed it. I'm good. And like the person was like, oh, crap. So, but anyways, I don't even know why I went into that. That's what happens to me when I talk. I talk too much. So I don't even know why I went into that story. Oh, the hats. Yeah, so I wear a Chevy hat, I wear a Ford hat, and one of these days I'll have a Mopar hat. Let's see, Earl Moorhead. Thought I was throwing up a gang sign. Right. Yeah. Thought it was a gang sign. Well, I got a few people here. Nice. Thomas Downey Jr., what's going on, guy? Ryan Waliski. I think it's Ryan Waliski. How hard is it to upgrade to 4S on the Big Rock? Just, I don't know. I think it's just changing out what, like this? This is 4S. I think this is 4S ready. This already has 4S componentry. I don't know. I hate to tell you, but I really don't know, because I don't have the Big Rock from before this. It might be as easy as just like putting in internal gears or something like that. It's just, as far as I understand, it's very minor changes. There is somebody actually in chat right here that might be able to answer that question. His name is Merle Orhead. His name is Earl Moorhead, and he actually has both vehicles, and he did a comparison video between the two. So he's got the version 2, which was blue and chrome, I think, and then he obviously has this one, and he didn't really notice any, you know, marked changes, I don't think. And I really can't give an opinion, you know, as far as, you know, what it would take. Match up part numbers. That's all I would say. And just toss in upgrades. If it's just literally the metal differentials and the metal spur gear and all that other junk that's supposed to be in this thing, I guess just go that route. But as far as like, I don't even know. Would you like, there's sometimes, right? So there are some times that I have to ask the question, why do you want to go a true 4S on a vehicle that's small like this? Because what you're going to do is then you're really overriding what this thing is built for. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just pulled the top off. You're really overriding what this thing is built for. And I think that's when people start running into problems, is obviously when you start to overpower stuff. So even in the real automotive world, it's a very similar scenario. I mean, you add more power to the engine, you're straining everything else that's behind the engine. Even if, let's just say you add heads, do heads and a cam, you know, then you're straining your lower end. Then after that, you're straining your transmission, or you're straining your clutch or your torque converter. And then there, you're straining your universals and your drive shaft, and then your rear end and transmission, and just literally everything. And then you're straining your brakes, because now you have to figure out how you're going to stop because you're going faster. For myself, after the way this thing ripped, I don't see any need to go past the 3S that's actually in this thing. This thing absolutely rips. I mean, there are other vehicles that you might be better served. Don't forget, ARRMA is revamping their whole 4S line. So why Why do that? Now check this out. So I'm just noticing this right now, and I wish I could zoom in, but I can't. So this happened on one of my other connectors. See this right here? See that? On my, I think my Outcast, the same exact thing happened. The little protective cap is broken, which obviously exposes then the stinking wiring. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a little wrap of Gorilla Tape on there. But isn't that funny? It obviously is from, you know, the massive impacts that this thing was obviously getting. But that's the same exact thing that happened to my Outcast. That's real cheap plastic then. They need to figure out a better plastic on that, if that's the case. Because I don't know anybody that really takes the time to figure out how to strap down the battery connector, because how light can you? You really kind of can't, not with how this is set up. I mean, you could put it under your straps, but then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the battery should have gone the other way, but this is the exact same thing that happened to my Outcast. But I put tape on it, and it's good to go. What do I like about this thing? Little minor changes, apparently, that they did. I don't know if it actually had a little mini cap pack on the other one. I'm not positive. I know it's got, you know, a motor fan. That was an issue before. Apparently, pulling out this differential was an issue. That's fixed. It's a little bit wider. I don't know if that's whether if it's the wheel or if they have changed something in the hubs or if they changed something in the arms. But for me, and then somebody asked about a tower-to-tower brace. I don't see why you would really. I mean, there is a little bit of flex, but I don't know. Do you really need it? I mean, maybe if you're overpowering the vehicle, yeah. But putting a tower-to-tower brace on here, I think you'd have to custom rig something up. So actually, you know what? It looks like, is that literally a holder for the wires? So there is like a funny little holder right there for the wires, but that would never, that wouldn't hold. That doesn't make any sense. No way with the bashing, or should I say the thrashing that this thing went through, there's no way that little wire thing would have held. The wire's in there anyway. So one of the other things is don't leave your battery pack in there. It's also not a good idea. This thing ripped two of these packs. So this is an Ovonic Air 7600. It is a hard case, 50C. And I thought it did phenomenal. The price of these packs, it's relatively inexpensive. The way the wires come out of the pack, everything about it just basically fits this big rock. This pack fits the big rock like a glove. So, and like I said, it's not O.J. Simpson's glove here. Mario Andretti here. But the front end is what we're talking about right now. I do want to kind of give the truck an overall. We had a lot of smashing on this chassis. And I'm not seeing any real issues. Shocks aren't leaking, which that's a big plus. Well, all the smacks this thing did, those are heavy impacts. Shock shafts, everything's fluid. Everything kind of sounds crunchy because of sand. It was that diamond dust. But everything is literally nice and fluid feeling. With all those whacks, everything is fluid feeling. So there's a positive. Yeah. There's still water in this thing. All right, so driver's side, nice and tight. Well, I mean, it does have a little bit of a wiggle, but that's just an overall wiggle. The passenger side, that is a little bit of an issue. And like I said, I suspect it's either kingpin or it's like my inner bearing. So I'm going to pop this wheel off right here, and we're going to see what's going on. STL, what's going on, guy? All right, so to pop that off, it's a 7mm. It's a 7mm bolt, 7mm lug nut. Lincoln Jam, what's going on, guy? I'm a Big Rock, Losi DB Pro, or Team Associated Trophy Rat. What rig do you figure to get, guy? By the way, already own a Typhon, but want to try something different. Man, you just threw a couple of oddities out there. All day long, I would tell you DB Pro, but that's a couple bucks. But it realistically does depend upon how you rip. Now, the DB Pro, I didn't keep mine. I mean, I kept mine, for a while in its, DB Pro configuration, but I wanted to get out of that because the 3S was point blank tearing the tires off the rims. So that had to be rectified pretty quick. And I had also left the stock Pinion in, which was technically the speed gear in a sense, because you were supposed to lower the pinion count when you put it into 3S. I never did because I don't read instructions, and I had no adverse effects other than the tires point blank ripping off the rims. I don't think the DB Pro is really a basher like this is. This is a basher. And when you think about it, a company like M2C is making parts for the 3S line. Like, you know what I mean? That is pretty cool. And what I put this thing through, and like I said, all you saw was half of the footage. So half of the footage did no justice to what this thing actually went through. Are these tires vented? Yeah, these tires are vented too. That's awesome. So that was another thing I forgot. The tires are vented. That's mint. That right there, that's a game changer, baby, right there. Having vented tires. So yeah, something is definitely drastically loose here. That is a massive, see that? That's a massive amount of slop. So I'm going to pull this apart. See what's going on here. So we do have, I'm going to pull this whole piece out as a unit. So I'm going to take the top link off, steering link off, lower arm link off, I think. How does that come off? Comes off through the back. So let's see, what do we got here? Not that. I gotta use my drill. So tomorrow's whoa, crap. Oh, it had more to give. So at least those screws are the same. So there's a pin to push through, which I'm going to use this to push the pin through. Well, maybe I won't. What the heck? Looks like it was a pin. It's a pin, isn't it? Yeah, there's a pin right there. Looks like it's right there. Boy, I need something really small to push that out, I guess. Here we go. All right. Oh, it's my pliers. Where my small pliers are. Yeah, I need the other pliers. This thing ain't gonna grab it. That's an angled channel lock. Here we go. Pin looks fine. Let's pop this whole bad boy out of here. See what we can see. It's holding it in now. All right. So it does look like we have some kind of breakage right there, I think. See how there's like that piece of plastic right there? Yeah, okay, so it's cracked. So the hub is actually cracked. Right there. You can see it. See right there? See how it's cracked right there? It must be like a, I don't know what that piece is right there. So the hub is cracked. So I'm gonna pop this apart. There is a possibility that I might be able to all right, I'm just gonna pull it apart. So the hub is cracked. Again, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Did have a couple of pretty good landings. There is a set screw that's inside of that. I didn't know it the first time. I just literally took my knife and pried off the hex. I was wondering why it was so hard to come off. So here's our hex. So I'm going to take out the kingpins, both top and bottom. can. Trying to see if that fastener was really bent or if it was just sitting funny on the thing there. Yeah, there's already rust in there. It's already rust. Oh, there we go. There's the pieces parts. So that is what happened. So this was actually being held together by that thing. Yep. All right, so that's broken. Sealed bearing, bearings mint. Looks like the axle's good. But this piece right here, that is shattered. So, I was thinking maybe I could use zip ties to keep this together. But you can see from running it, you can see the material kind of folded over from running it. So, amazingly, it kind of held together though, which is pretty cool. So that little flare out that I'm seeing right there is actually part of the section that broke. So that would kind of tell you right there. I mean, if you're going to 4S this, it's probably not wise. It's almost like it melted it. So that definitely is a part that needs to be ordered for the Big Rock. I was thinking I could glue it and then put zip ties on it, but there's not enough material to really kind of grab onto that. So this would be a weak point, I guess. And again, that was ripping it pretty damn hard, man. It ripped real hard. So, all right. So I know what the issue with that is. I'm going to just jump online real quick right here. I'm going to go right to ARRMA or whatever. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to AMain. All right. Go right to AMain. AMain Hobbies, the biggest RC shop. You know it. All right, so let's see. Keyboard batteries are very low. Thanks. All right, let's see. Now, I had this issue before. See if that works. So ARRMA Big Rock V3. Is there a parts list? I think this is what I came across before. Yeah. This is what I came across before trying to find like parts. Is there a category that's like parts? Category. No. Products. Status. Kit. Order. Scale, type. I think this is the only thing I think A-Main needs to do is maybe fine tune this thing so you can go. Oh, wait a minute. Pots. There you go. 4x4 steering block for $4. That's nothing. Let's go check that out. Oh, is that literally a hot racing part for this? Oh, I wonder. Nah, that's not the same thing, is it? Nah, that's not the same thing. Boy, that would have been awesome. Wait a minute, what's this? All right, well, that's that. Let's see, do they have option pots? I think I saw something that said like option pots, didn't I? Option pots. Differential yoke. RPM. That's how does that? That's not going to work, is it? Top selling optional parts for the ARRMA Big Rock. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to jump over to ARRMA. ARRMA RC. I'm going to go to Big. No. I don't want that. I want the other thing. No. Get out of there. Come on. Where's the Big Rock? Big Rock's 50, right? I think the Big Rock is 50 miles an hour. Yes, it is. All right. So Big Rock. We'll jump over to see what we got for optional parts. Standard option parts. Why would you want to go to a 12mm X? Go to a 12mm X. There we go. I just wanted to make sure I could see chat. Let's see. That looks like a no. Oh. All right. So let's go to standard parts. So we know at A-Main there were $3.99. I mean, yeah, A-Main it was $3.99. So over here, right there. Steering blocks. $3.99. I could order it through here, but I feel like I'm ordering through Horizon Hobby by doing that. So I'll go to A-Main and do it. Wish there was a way to figure out if there was an upgrade, man. Because when it lists option parts, it's like gives the impression that. See, this is hot racing 4x4 steering blocks left and right, but that's not the right thing. Compatibility. Big Rock, 3S, BLX. Does that mean that is it? That doesn't make any sense. It's on back order anyway. Didn't even see that. All right. Pods. Add to cart. Continue. Let's see what else there is. So I'm going to just kind of leave that like that. And it's going to jump over here. And then just see like, see if there's anything else going on with this thing. Chris Watson, you want the steering blocks? Well, yeah, that's what I was looking at. They were steering blocks. These, right? What do you mean you give up? I can't see the chat when I'm when I'm looking at a different screen. You see what I see. Guy, hot racing and GPM makes up for this though. It didn't look like it was the same thing. I guess maybe it doesn't have to be, right? Because this just captures it, right? So you're saying that would fit? I'll get the part number for GPM. Hot racing, give me 3 minutes. Well, here's a good question that I'm going to look at right now. Oops. So this is kind of a good question. This is why I've got to set up a different way. Focus is terrible. You guys can't even see that. That looks like junk. Why is it? It's not even focusing on it right. That looks terrible. Excuse me. Composite chassis is only 21 bucks. So let's see if I just type in Big Rock. What's the part number for this? So the part number is ARRMA 330469. So if I just do Big Rock, will the original Big Rock throw up? Oh, yeah, throw up. Will the original Big Rock throw up on the screen? Well, actually, wait a minute. Wasn't there a compatibility thing? Bots? Or was that something else? Compatibility. So Big Rock. But see, it's just saying Big Rock 3S BLX replacement parts. So does that literally mean the same exact thing? It just stinks it's on back order, man. But I assume the reason why it's captured, it's just different, right? Because I'd definitely go this route. If this is the route I should go, I'll go this right away. I'll throw in some metal bearing carriers. I'll transfer the breakage to the C hub. So they also make C hubs too, don't they? So that says 4S BLX. So that wouldn't be it. Boy, you could start throwing money at this big rock. Holy smokes. Oh, goes the light. Big. So I'm assuming the hubs must be the same, right? Between the Big Rock V3 and Big Rock V2. All right, so I'm going to grab the part number off of here. Search with Google. So AMain does not have it. Amazon, unavailable. eBay, is that in stock? Looks like it's the same thing. The only thing though is when you upgrade that, then you're going to transfer that issue to the C hub. So does Hot Racing? Doesn't look like Hot Racing makes a C hub. So ARRMA 110. So it's just given different prices, it looks like, from different people, I think that's the way that works. What's the oh, free shipping too. So that's not too bad. $30. $30 versus what was the other? What was the other price? $30 versus what? $10? $4? I think it was $4. Yeah, $4. Oh, I already got it in cart. What else should I order here? Seems really dumb to order one thing. I suppose I could order the C hub set just in case. ARRMA. What is that? That's 4S. Compatibility. Yeah, that's 4S junk. Well, not junk, but 4S stuff. Too bad Hot Racing didn't have that. So I could add that to cart just in case. So like $8. And then whatever potentially shipping is going to be. So I guess that's all right. That was funky looking. What's it doing? No. Come on. Move over here. All right, so pretty much that's it. So $8 will give me 2 and 2. It looks like there is like some type of a pressed in bushing top and bottom on this thing, which is already rusty. It's already got some Rusty Jones happening in there. So get this out of here. Let's see. GRC. Kritzwassen, look up. Go on eBay and type in Hot Racing EF ET, is it ETF? EF201. I think I did that, right? There are some newer parts for the V3. It shows in stock at A. Huh? It shows in stock at A main? Just buy a new one, use it for parts. Yeah, pretty much. If only he would look. But I can't, though. How do you look at the chat? eBay! Yes, okay, Chris Watson, right. eBay, he got it. Click onto the part and then click compatibility. If your RC is listed, then compatibility. Then you are in the game. He needs to have someone just read posts, right? Yeah, dude. I'm gonna have my English master here read the posts. Hot racing makes C hubs and bell crank cleans up the slop in the steering. Right, but is it the same? Like, is that something that was changed on this V3? That's something that I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like not having a V2 and not being able to, like, I think literally look up a V2. Maybe if I go right to ARRMA. If I go right to ARRMA and I type in Big Rock V2, is that a possibility? ARRMA, Big Rock, whoops. Oh, God, come on. Go back. All right. I think I can have two windows open at the same time, maybe. Maybe that would help. All right, so now I've got two screens open. So now I can see chat. See, now I can see chat and see the other thing at the same time. So that works. All right. Oh, what's broken? The actual the hub is broken. Just like I was saying, the little kingpin retainer piece snapped off. Lighting is horrible. Everything else is fine. What's crazy is that this thing can still drive, but look at what Diamond Dust did to the arm. Diamond Dust got in there and started eating away at that arm right there. There's actually rocks embedded in the plastic now. Diamond Dust is a very, very violent place to go. See, it goes right into that little slot and just chews away at it. It's terrible. Can't figure out if I should have the light on or not. There goes the light falling over again. Wrenching all day, right? Dan, what's going on, guy? All right, so if I search just regular Big Rock, I wish there was a way to confirm whether if the Big Rock part is the exact same, like, piece. That's not what I wanted. Let's see. Interactive exploded view. So there is an interactive exploded view. And I can go over to the parts list. Same. So, all right. So Earl just said that it's the same control arms. I mean, same hubs, but different control arms. So where am I in this Exploder view here? I want to be right there. All right. So ARA, yeah, 3306. Okay. So then I could get the hot racing ones. So then that right there tells me if I wanted to, I could go ahead and get the hot racing ones. But that's $30 versus, well, all right. So it's $15 a piece. Yeah, you know what? A-Main didn't have them, but eBay did. So these right here, I could go ahead and get those, but obviously, man, then it's going to transfer that. It's going to transfer that issue to the C-Hub. But you know what? Looking at this piece, there's was a way to have some light over here. Oh, I can. Wait a minute. Maybe that'll work. Looking at this piece, right? It looks weak. Do you know what I mean? It kind of has a weak appearance. But this C-Hub looks pretty built. So this C-Hub might be able to take that additional stress. So I think that just made up my mind. So first upgrade for the Big Rock is going to be the hot racing. Come on. Here we go. All right. So that the first upgrade for the Big Rock is going to be the, I am going to order those hot racing steering blocks left and right. Basically, it's only $15 each. Get them right from eBay and probably have them within a couple of days. It does look like this C-Hub right here could take the abuse. It obviously could not take this abuse right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to order that right now. All right, so go to eBay and I'll type in HRAA TF 2101. Bam. $29.88 with free shipping and free returns. Let's see how long it would take. There's 4 available. I only need 1. Oh, I don't like the time frame though. What the hell? The time frame is terrible. There we go. That's a better time frame. I'll have it by maybe Friday if I order it literally right now. Just checking, making sure I'm ordering the right thing. ATF 2101. Buy it now. Protection plan? Nah, I'm good. I'm surprised I don't have any eBay bucks yet. Buy a couple things off of here. 32 bucks. So that's not too bad. 32 bucks, so 16 bucks a piece. And then I should be worry-free, at least on that piece right there. So Big Rock is getting its first upgrades. Not too bad. Orders in. Can I do anything other than that? How about if I check the other side and look for fractures? So I'm going to check the other side right now, and I'm going to check and see if there are any fractures. Did you hit another tree? No, dude, it was literally just the hard hits. No, it was just a diamond dust, man. Make the RC wear 330 now. You know it, guy. All right. So I am going to just put this together because I want to keep things together and not have the RC like just sitting there. So I'm just going to kind of put it back. That way hopefully don't lose any parts. Because that's kind of like the intent now, is to stop losing parts. So, and the C hub was forward. So it was like this. Amazing that it's amazing this thing really kind of stayed together. It kept running, man. It literally wanted to keep going. I just knew something was up, which is why I stopped. I just stopped because I could just feel that there was an issue. What's crazy is it literally goes right back together. That part screws like literally right in there. You know, it's insane. Oh. So at least hopefully doing it this way. Again, like I was saying, I'll lose less stuff by putting it together. No more paper, well, no paper plates. I won't have to use paper plates right now. All right. So even with that little minor breakage, like I was saying, it was deserved. And maybe that is just a very minor weak spot. I suppose that's just a little bit of a weak spot. That's it for me. I mean, I really beat the thing. You guys didn't even get the full gist. And I feel bad for that because, you know, it's kind of like almost doing like a disservice by not being able to see everything that happened. You know what I'm wondering is, I'm wondering if I should still run it. Run it broken. Wait a minute, what was that? Oh, I see the big rock gets deserved and the X-Max gets called crash bag. Right. Yep. It does. That is pretty bad though, isn't it? I'm treating the big rock better. Actually, the X-Max has got RPM parts coming now because I'm not playing around. So, and there was talk about, I did have a conversation. We talked about, whether if RPM parts were going to be the right decision or not. And ultimately, I think for maybe my climate, maybe it will be the right decision. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't have a problem with trying to throwing money at something. So I'm just going to pull this side apart just to see if there's any issues here. What's that for? What you barking for? What? What is your issue? Casey, you still have a big rock? That's awesome, man. Yeah, look at what Diamond Dust was doing to that thing. See, this is what was happening. Look at that. Look at how that's piling on there. So I'm going to just pop the upper and lower pins. Already got rust forming. Just to see if this one has any kind of... Why are you growling? You don't ever growl. Do I need to let you outside? She might want to go fight a coyote. We do have coyotes in our neighborhood. All right, let's see what we're looking at. This piece looks pretty strong. I need to do is look at it with my light. What do I do with my light? I don't see any cracks. Check the axle. Look at that bearing. Bearing seems like it's okay. A little dirt in there. Definitely getting some wear. Can you see that? It's not focusing it. No, is it? Boy, the lighting is, what is wrong with the lighting here? I'm trying to show you the wear. See right there? See right there? Come on. Focus. There we go. You know what? I think I need to make this bigger. I tried to order from AMA, it just didn't work out. All right. See the wear right there? So it was obviously getting, because of the way the big rock turns, it's getting some pretty nasty wear on those pieces. So that's potentially going to be that's going to be an issue. Look at that. I didn't drive this thing like other people, you know, wouldn't. Look at that wear. Focus. Come on. Stop focusing on other stuff, man. There we go. Yeah, it's almost like polishing it. See how it's got like that nice glossy polished look? I don't think that's definitely so it's actually it's not the actual spindle side. It's the drive shaft side. Look at that. Look at that little piece right there. So that's kind of interesting. Very slight amount of play. I think that's fine. I mean, I guess there's the answer to your question. You're going to push this on 4S. It's not capable. 3S all day long. This thing ripped nice. Very happy with it. Despite that piece broken, I am very happy with this big rock. I am having a blast with this thing. And I will continue to have a blast with it because it's going to go back to diamond dust. As soon as those hot racing hubs show up, this thing will go right back to diamond dust. I think I should just pop the rear wheels off just to check that, see if there's any issue there. Yeah, that's actually better. Seemed like maybe it was too much light. I need to set endpoints. That's why it's cutting the axles. Right. That's true. But it steers so nice that way, though. I think that's a positive in a way. It just steers nice. You get that increased steering arc. So these arms are just slightly longer than the V2. That's how they got their width. They literally just extended this piece here, like 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. Pretty satisfied though, I'll tell you. For how hard this thing went, yeah. I'm happy. I mean, this thing went to diamond dust and pretty much survived. I mean, it still drove. That's kind of surviving. The X-Max didn't survive. The Outcast didn't survive, but the Big Rock kind of did. The Big Rock, at least the Big Rock was able to still drive away, which you couldn't see. But the X-Max couldn't. That's a hit right there. That's a hit and a half. That is a hit and a half. So I take a Big Rock, which is a $300 3S, as fast as the Outcast and the X-Max. I do everything to the Big Rock and more. But the Big Rock literally survives with just a tiny little break on a hub that like is repaired by a $4 pot, and that's getting 2 of them. What's that telling you? Like literally, what's that saying? What does that say for this Big Rock? I have to say that says a lot. Earl, Guy, if you're still here, I challenge you right now. Take your Big Rock to Big Bertha. I want you to do it now, Guy. Come on, you gotta. Come on, all you're gonna break is a $4 pot. You could literally replace the entire thing. Just buy another whole Big Rock. But that's my challenge to you right there, Guy. You're taking some 5th scales over to Big Bertha. Take your Big Rock. I want to see the Big Rock go off of Big Bertha. And I feel like it's going to survive. Are you still here, Earl? X-Max weighs... Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Still, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Think about it. The Big Rock went... None of it matters. And 30-something pounds. The X-Max doesn't weigh 30 pounds. I'll tell you right now, the DBXL-E 2.0 weighs 32 pounds. It's 31.6. Well, actually, it weighs more now. With my, I think with my reaction packs that I had in there on 8S, so a wet weight, that thing, that was 31.6 pounds, and I know it's tipping the scales over 32 now. But yeah, Robbie's see what's going on, guy. Earl, are you gonna do it? Where did he go? Did he hide? Put the big rock on the pot and pans and see if it survives. Right, just because why? Just because the X-Max survived the dishwashing episode? Come on, Earl. Come on, guy. You know you want to take the big rock to Big Bertha. I know you got it in you. Come on, just do it. Show up all your other vehicles. The big rock will literally be the only one that survives. Even the X-Max will crash and burn. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe Floyd's X-Max would survive. Nice. You'll do it tomorrow? Awesome. It's the challenge. Take your big rock and launch it. Nice. Awesome, Earl. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's the big rock challenge. I think that's what the next challenge should be. It should be the RC Guy Garage Big Rock Challenge. The cheap RC that can do a fifth scale, like can do anything fifth scale. But you know what I mean. It's all good fun. It's all good fun until you blow an X-Max in half. Deontay, you in here? The X-Max will survive too, but won't drive as good, right? Deontay, do you have one of these little things? I know this isn't your style, but Guy, you actually might like this too. If you listen to how much of a blast I had in my video, if you decide you wanna watch that video, man. I mean, really, think about it. I think I'm gonna launch the big rock off of what broke the Outcast. So the Outcast obviously broke. I want to launch now the big rock off of that 2.5-story hill. I'm guessing it's going to survive. Deontay, yes, you have one on. Oh, well, awesome, guy. Do you like yours? And yours is on 4S. How's it holding up on 4S, man? Is it really manageable on 4S? Because somebody in here was asking. XL, look at you, Kurt's RC trying to start some issues. XLX2, fire. You love it? Awesome. Deontay, that's good to hear, man. Because Deontay, I did give your video a thumbs up, but I didn't comment on your Losi there. Your Losi SBR 2.0. You sounded pretty happy about that car. You definitely sounded like, you were thrilled. Like you were happy. Come on. Definitely sounded like a happy guy. I thought you were gonna start dropping elbows on it. That's how happy you sounded. You're like, and then you crashed into that car first thing. And you blamed the car for being there. You crashed into, like you said, the piece of crap car that was there. And you blamed the car for being there. That was funny. I forgot that piece of crap was there. So technically, this thing can still run. With that, even with that little broken C-hub thing there. Come on. Go to your hole. What's going on here? He usually parks in the driveway. It was funny you slam into a car right away. Action-packed. Yeah, it was action-packed, all right. That was a loaded video. I'm just going to check the rear while I'm here. Might as well. The driver's side front was fine. We're going to check the driver's side rear now, just to see what we're looking at here. I'm assuming everything's fine. There was no issue with that I felt with this, but I'm just going to pop it apart real quick and just inspect at least like the bearing. This set was so sketchy. This set screw is loose too. Which way is this going? This way. That RC looking dirty. I think it needs some PAM on the chassis. It works. Who needs 3D when you got a can of PAM? Who needs 3D show and shine? Just get yourself a can of PAM. Pen's a pretty good size, man. Boy, diamond dust even got inside of there too. Holy smokes. So I'm literally using the focus of the camera, trying to use the focus of the camera and my computer screen to look at this part. It's not focusing. There we go. Stay just like that. Everything looks all right. A little bit of rust on the bearings showing up. Right there. But bearing seems smooth. Pam a big rock with an XLX2, right? Will make for a good action video. Yes, sir. Definitely would. That bearing feels pretty mint. Boy, it's funny, Deontay. I can't get over that you actually own a big rock. It doesn't seem like it's a car like you would get. But that's pretty cool. Boy, I bit into that screw. Spray plastics with muck off, right? They flex, don't snap. 2 years still on. Wow, that's awesome, man. Muck off. It's funny, that product name, huh? So is the Big Rock Challenge thing going to happen? Dude, why not? The RC Guy Garage Big Rock Challenge. How high can you jump? I don't know what to do for a challenge, but I definitely think it's a good idea, though. The Big Rock Rip It Challenge. Who can send their Big Rock the best? Oh, these set screws, like, were literally instantly loose. Looks pretty good. Bearings mint. What does it get? Like one shot of focusing? And it either does or doesn't? Kind of almost what it seems like. Hector Santos, you gonna put a wing on your Big Rock? Awesome, man. And here's the other thing. Hey, Earl. Looks like the rear bearing survived on this thing. And that's 2 battery packs through it. 2 full packs through the, well, basically 2 full packs through this thing. And this survived better than trash bag. Mitchell, if you're looking for another RC to get the Big Rock. RC Guy Garage approved. I like this thing. Even the wheelie bar held up. Sounds a little crunchy. I don't know if that wheelie bar has bearings or not. It does kind of sound, the wheel sounds kind of crunchy. Is that the way it's supposed to be? I don't know if it's got bearings or what. Looks like that one's freeing up. Kind of almost feels like it has bearings. Oh, maybe not. Nah, that's just on a shaft, isn't it? This one's got some diamond dust in there. I'm gonna have to pull that apart. Just check it out real quick. Why do you have to bring up the bearing? Right. Yep. Big Rock's bearing survived, but oh no, not trash bag. The X-Max can barely survive a rip. And I know I am not as abusive as some other people. There are other people out there who are way more abusive than I am. But I've just got the piece of junk X-Max that can't survive. So all three corners were mint. Just that one corner broke. But technically, to be quite honest with you, this thing can still go. That's the crazy part about this thing. This thing will still rip, but I've already got parts coming, so what's the sense? Whoa. God. Yeah, nah. It's just a little roller thing here. Covered in diamond dust. Imagine if it had bearings in it. That would be nuts. Much better. Whoa. Cash bag. Cash bag, right? I did overpay for it too. That also ticks me off. But whatever. Never again. Never again. I will find a different place to spend my money. And I technically already have. I'm now just literally just buying whatever I can from A-Main is going to be my first source from now on. I'm an A-Mainer. too tight. All right. Go. All right. So that is pretty much it. The only thing that I could potentially do right now is maybe work on the other thing there, but I think that's good. Don't forget, 54 people. We got 39 thumbs up. Come on. Do it. Do it. Put a thumbs up. Drink your coffee. All right. Guy, what can't wait to see you remove the motor assembly with all that. Okay. I'll do that right now. With all that diamond dust in there. All right. I'll try it. I don't know how to take it out, but I'll try it. Oh my God, where'd that water come from? Why is there water coming out of here? Where'd that water come from? All right, so how do you get that out of here? So I guess on the bottom here, one screw. Looks like there's just one screw right there. I think it might be just that one screw. So I'm gonna pop that one screw. He says it's he wants to see. So I'm gonna clear off this bench. Wow, look at that stuff still coming out of here. See, I usually take, this is what I usually use on my RC cars. It's just a rubber mallet. And I'll usually just tap the whole car. Wow. So I'll do that. And then I'll just kind of clean up this mess real quick. Grind the body. This is on here, obviously, just to kind of protect the banner, because this is one of my favorite banners here. An actual race banner from Losi. All right. So, never taken one of these things apart, but potentially it looks like that one center screw maybe on there, because that's where that little motor plate thing is that the M2C is replacing or changing or whatever they're doing. So, nope, look at that. What a piece of junk. Not even that size. Let's see. Is it this one? That's it. This is just a guess. Don't think I saw any other screws in here. Yeah, I tell you, that little waffle design, though, definitely has the honeycomb thing back here is housing a lot of the silt and stuff from diamond dust all inside these grooves here. So now I just pull up on this or something. I don't even know. Pull. I don't see anything else other than these motor wires. So let's pop these motor wires out of here real quick. There is another screw right there. But I think that has to do with that little battery tray thing. So I don't even know what to do here. I think just says pull, right? Is that what you do? You just pull? So there was that one nut there. I don't even know. There's 2 screws right there, but that's not, that's going into here. Because it looks like this drive shaft collapses. So is this supposed to like slide forward or something? No, it definitely doesn't slide forward. Seems weird that it would be just the one screw though. Yeah, it looks like it slides forward. Right? Looks like it slides forward. Because that's not like a clip or something. Oh, wait a minute, it is a clip. Is it clipped in there? It can't slide forward though. Does it pop up? Do I pop this out? No. So that drive shaft definitely collapses. It's almost as if the drive shaft needs to go that way, which would allow this to come forward, I think. Right? Yeah, all right. So that is what happens. So the drive shaft is some kind of like weird spring thing. But it doesn't really come off though, does it? It doesn't. All right. I guess that's how that comes off. All right. So that's that. And now this pops up or something. That one screw is out of there. That does look like it's some kind of a locking tab. So Pull into what then? Pull in what? Almost seems like this red thing needs to come out. Like that red thing maybe slides out or something? Nope. It's not that. It definitely slides forward. I can see that. So somehow, maybe this red block pushes up or something. Nope, it's not that. Seems like that block would push up. Seems like that red block needs to get out of there. Kind of almost looks like it's like, I can't tell if it's like in the way or what. Well, that ain't it. So that, somehow I think that's going to get out of there, right? It's like it, I can't tell how that little piece is integrated. It looks like it's trying to separate, but it needs to slide forward, but it looks like that red thing needs to be out of there. So let's see. Little screwdriver. Seems like that piece. Can't tell if that piece is moving or not. Looks like it's moving. Ah, it's definitely moving. All right, so that piece slides out of there somehow. There we go. All right, so that piece slides out. Now, this should pull forward, right? Hey! Wow, look at all the dirt in there. Success! No instructions needed. Oh my God. Let's get some wires disconnected here. That wasn't too bad, I guess. It was just not knowing. Just took me a couple seconds not taking one of these apart before. But a little extra diamond dust in there. Doesn't look like it got inside of that area right there, so I guess that's a good thing. The honeycomb has little pools of it, though, in there. What is that? Is that a boulder? Yep. Little boulder in there. That ain't coming out. I don't think. Yeah, there's a boulder in there. Holy crap. Success! I did it! All right. Yeah, I don't think that was really that bad. I was able to get it out. I just, again, not knowing, never taken one apart before. Now the good question, look at that, another boulder right there. Now the good question will be sliding it back together because of those little channels right there that I'm seeing. But yeah, boulders and stuff get in there. The sand definitely makes it hard to get apart, but it did come apart. But it almost looks like it wouldn't want to maybe go together as smooth too, though. These little channels here, the sand gets right in there. So I guess that's what Earl was talking about. Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too shabby. And literally I guess it just slides right back into place. Or not. Yeah, that ought to be the fun, huh? So it's literally just these two little slides here. They slide right into these little grooves here. So that little red thing does have a little cutout too for that bolt. So let's see. Will it slide back in? The trick will be putting it back together. That's where the hammer comes into play. It's hammer time. Yeah, that's kind of rough, huh? Wow. Holy moly. Guy, take the big rock motor out. You'll never drive it again. There we go. All right. I just think it wasn't locking. And there we go. Looks like that's settled in there. All right, so now this piece, but I'll feed the strap to make it easier on myself here. So the strap is going to go in this way. Oh, that was all right. And that goes down there. And that goes up there. slide this little bad boy into place. And get that screw. Now the drive shaft. It's funny, huh? It's got like some kind of funky compression drive shaft. That little piece, little spline thing goes in there. And then, I guess, goes like something like that. And press that. Cool. That works. Nice. Good as new. Now we'll connect up our wires. Motor fan. Probably putting the motor fan wrong. And then that was down there. And then these are stuffed. One, two, three. Stuff like that. Now plug it in and we'll see if it works. I just want to make sure that the fan is actually going, that I've plugged it in the right way. Yep. Good to go. Whoa! Little 3S ripper. It's a certified ripper. Right, Earl? Is that a certified ripper? I do have to say, that is right there. That's a certified ripper. Now that it's, what? Hammered? It's literally hammered. Right. It's literally hammered. That worked, though. I never took one of those things apart. That was actually pretty easy once you, like, realize how to do it. Screw in the bottom, slide the bracket out, kind of juggle weasel that thing back and forth, and it comes right out. But yeah, I see what you're saying with that sand getting into those grooves, but yeah, I definitely see the difficulty in that, but it did come off. You know, a couple little love taps with a nice rubber mallet definitely helps, I think. And that's what's good. Get yourself a rubber mallet. You're gonna get yourself a big rock, get yourself a rubber mallet from Harbor Freight. This isn't Harbor Freight, but close enough. Go to Harbor Freight and get yourself a rubber mallet if you're going to get a big rock. That way you too can work on your ARRMA big rock. Now this thing is, I do have to say, yes, this was the first rip, and yes, did I break it? But that's two almost full battery packs through it. 7600 50C pack. Is it a 50C? Yeah. Ovonic Air. This battery right here. So I've been a proponent right now for Ovonic Air. Proponent, it's a big word. I'm definitely very happy with these Ovonic Air packs. Relatively inexpensive, and they just point blank work. So that big rock ripped two 7600 packs. It didn't obviously fully expend the last pack, but it did a bunch of ripping. And I could have kept going, but I wanted to stop, meaning it was a brand new vehicle. I knew something was up. For some reason, I really was thinking it was the bearing, but obviously you can see it was the lower side of that kingpin. Can this thing still drive? 100% yes. Can I keep bashing it? I could, but I'm not going to. So I did order those hot racing hubs, and my coffee's gone. I did order those hot racing hubs, so hopefully that is gonna fix up that front end a little bit. It looks like the C hubs are stout enough to be able to take the abuse. Looking at that, they do look like they're pretty solid components. So I think, you know, the transfer of power, I think will be good with those hot racing hubs. So once those things come in, I'll do an installation video on that. And bearings seem fine. But the Traxxas X-Max couldn't survive it. How does the Big Rock survive something that, well, I also didn't jump the Big Rock off of. I've got nothing to say about the Outcast. The Outcast really took a beating. I mean, he almost took my head off. Outcast almost took my head off. I really am liking this Big Rock. So Earl Moorhead is actually going to take his Big Rock and rip it at Big Bertha tomorrow, which is going to be nice to see because this thing does go, man. I hope you don't break anything, and you probably won't. You're a skilled driver, so me, not so much. I can drive, you know, but I'm no Mario. I'm no Ken Block. Yeah, I am. Ken Block is my brother. All right. So what's up? What do we got here? We got how many thumbs up? We got 50. All right. There's 52 people in here, but only 50 thumbs up. So that means there's two people. There's two people hanging out. One of them's probably Clayton, the guy that was giving me a hard time earlier. Ah! Bam, who did it? Somebody just did it. Somebody just gave a thumbs up. It was probably Earl. Oh, crap, I forgot. Either that or it was RC. Whoa, there's 50. Somebody took one away. There was 53. So somebody pulled one away. That's awesome. That's insane, dude. Think about it. That means literally just about everybody in the chat. 56. The thumbs up literally exceeds the people that are here. That's insane. Who was it? Who did it? Brandon. It's all right, guy. You too? Is that pig? Is you? What does that say? PG Boost. You too? Oh, William. Oh, wow. RC Daniel. Wow, all of you. That's awesome. It's all right. It's all right. It's cool. I think it's cool. You know what I mean? You just like, it's 58. Oh my God. Nice. Right now, is it 59 yet? No, somebody took one away. See, somebody's playing. It was 58. Now, how did it drop down to 57? Because somebody was like, I ain't going to give you a thumbs up, guy. You were number 9? You were number 9? Oh, man. Yeah, so the weather, so to be honest with you, the weather for the next couple of days is going to be complete junk. We're looking at, and I was going to go out, and I know it's, you know, the whole sob story, I was going to go out, but The problem with taking the Losi out, at least the 2.0, and Earl kind of would kind of, I think, semi-agree with me on this. When you take the Losi out and you break something, it costs you more than normal, because if you break one arm, the way Losi is, they make you buy all the arms. If you break one link, Losi makes you buy the entire link set for the whole RC car. So it's like you're paying $120 in just links when you broke one. Now, granted, it makes it so that you have other links, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? It's like Losi likes to do that. And is Losi a good quality company and good quality parts? Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. You know what? Does RPM have Losi stuff? Oh, I just got your thing right now. What? Do you need to go out? Oh my God. Be right back. I gotta let her out. Wanna go out? All right. Chill. Give me a second. I'll leave the door open. That's fine. All right. Where were we? I just leave the door open. The dogs can go in and out. Yeah. So taking that 2.0, especially when, I mean, if it was going to be 41 degrees like the weathercast said, then I definitely wouldn't have had any problem taking any of the RCs out. But once it gets to that like mid to low 30 range, that's when it starts to get a little scary, because the plastics just are that much tighter. You know, the molecules in the plastic just that much, more brittle, more tighter, more whatever you want to call it. So it's less flexible. And I could literally see like breaking something on that 2.0. Trash bag, I do have parts coming for that. The big rock, I probably could rip it. I have parts coming for that. The laser nut is all ready. I got to work on the kaiju. So the kaiju will be COVID and coffee tomorrow morning. We'll do that. We'll work on the kaiju, get that thing squared away. All that is just installing. I'll have to find the gear, because I don't even know where the gear is. So I'll have to take a couple minutes to find that gear, because I cleaned up the shop, kind of made it a little bit better. But I'm liking this little area over here. It's just like it's a different kind of nook. That way I can stay away from the mess that's down there, because it's still a disaster down there. So I think doing this allows me to work on kind of like one RC at a time. And then over there can be like the extended, like when I blow something apart and it's really a mess, I'll try to maybe leave that bench as like I don't know, like the operation table or whatever you want to call it. That's the ICU back there. That's the ICU. The intensive care unit's over there. Over here, this is the drive-through. Something real quick. That big rock actually looks pretty sweet. Look at that thing. It's just a little RC car, but the thing looks pretty sweet. Get the camera down low. Get the big rock in there. Look at that thing. It's a mean little ripper. That's a certified ripper. But, yeah. When it gets to that 30 degrees, so on the phone, like right now, Alexa, what's the weather?
Right now in Plymouth, it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies.
So it
forecast has snowy, rainy weather with a high of 41 degrees and a low of 30 degrees.
Wait, say that again? Alexa, can you repeat that?
Right now in Plymouth, it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has snowy, rainy weather with a high of 41 degrees and a low of 30 degrees.
It's already tomorrow? I didn't even realize it's already tomorrow. I was wondering why it was saying today's weather. So it's literally warmer right now than it was when I was going to go out and rip. It said it was going to be 41, but it was only 36. And then when you check the Google thing, it said that the temperature feels like 31, and it definitely felt like 31. So I think even wind chill probably comes into play as well. You got to figure if those RCs are also ripping it real fast, just the wind going through the RC when it's cold is also going to chill those parts. So, yesterday, well, not yesterday, technically 2 days ago now, I think the high temp was 46, and that was nice. That was actually all right to be out there. The sun was out. It felt pretty good. But I think for the next couple of days, weather report for the next couple of days over here. So right now it's literally saying it's gonna rain. It's actually raining right now. It's gonna rain right all the way through to tomorrow. So tomorrow's raining like the entire day. Then literally Tuesday, January 5th, it's going to be snow. So it's going to be rain and snow. So snow in the morning and then turn to rain, and then at night kind of be like a mix. So that's going to be a mess. And then Wednesday looks like 38. Thursday, it says it should get up to 40 on Thursday. So if it actually gets to 40 on Thursday, I will take those cars out and rip. And then it looks like next week there's the potential of getting back into the 40s again, the very low 40s, like 40, 41. And I don't have a problem taking the cars out in that. It's literally that extra couple of degrees colder that concerns me. So I'm not really looking to, destroy everything, because then I won't have any content. I'll be fixing cars, and nobody wants to see that. So what do we got? GRC, another episode in the butcher shop. Right. GRC, we'll see you later, man. Stone, it's going to be 40 here on Friday, but that's Celsius. Yeah, right. So 40, Alexa, what's 40 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
40 degrees Celsius is 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
God, dude, wait a minute. You're from I almost said Alaska. You're from Australia, aren't you? Stone Darcia, you from Australia? What's the temperature in Australia? Alexa, what's the temperature in Australia?
Which city in Australia?
I don't know. What cities are there?
Which city in Australia?
Any city.
Sorry, I don't know that location.
Oh my God. I don't even know. Is Melbourne? Is Melbourne in Australia? I'm probably totally wrong, but I'm going to ask this, and I'm not looking at chat. Watch me blow this. Alexa, what is the temperature in Melbourne, Australia?
Right now, in Melbourne, Australia, it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 61 degrees.
This is Melbourne, Australia. Hey, check it out. I was not a history buff. So where are you? You're in Perth? Stoned? You are in Australia. Dude, your weather is hot. Right, doesn't know any city. You keep blowing up maps. I'm sorry, told you. I know, it is funny, though, when you think about it. I'm not asking you what the weather is. Shut up, that's RC Guy Garage. You got to put like an RC Guy Garage voice block on it. So you're in Western Australia? Is that Perth? Alexa, what's the temperature in Perth, Australia?
Right now, in Perth, Australia, it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's
Tonight,
not.
expect a low of 66 degrees.
Alexa, what's the weather for tomorrow in Perth, Australia?
Tomorrow in Perth, Australia, you'll see lots of sun and can expect a high of 94 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 70 degrees.
Dude, you must melt. But it's a dry heat, so it doesn't really matter. It's a dry heat, right? Because there is, I mean, I do know that there is a difference between having a dry heat and having humidity, man. Humidity, forget it. Perth is the capital of Western, I don't even know. I haven't had much fun. It keeps breaking things. Lee, what are you breaking? What are you breaking, Lee? I know you're eating my face right now, but I'm trying to look at chat. Lee, are you talking about the big rock? You keep breaking it? Lee had problems with Pinion too. Always comes loose. I offset the Pinion and it helped a lot. Lee, guy, what car are you talking about? Did I miss his? I'm trying to scan through the chat to see where Lee came in. I don't see anything. Where's my thing here? See, I need to use two. Like right now, right? So what I do is, oh, you're saying please help, but please help on what though? Another episode in the butcher shop. I like that. Your Losi. Oh, okay. So Lee, you have a Losi 2.0. Keeps making noise from the front diff. Are you doing a lot of front end landings? Have you diffed out your front end to where you've wiped out your fluid? There's a couple of guys in here that could definitely help you out. Are you asking me because you see I've got my 2.0 right there? I love that thing. Lots of opinions. Right. Come on. Yeah, but you know what? I got to tell you, I don't have that issue. After I had the issue one time, I rectified it immediately. It's never come off since. One of the biggest things. Stack, what's going on, guy? Could be a shimming issue. It could be just maybe your gears are worn. If you're getting, I mean, think about it. That's the front end. I got to tell you, you already know you have one. The front end of these Losis, when you're under full trigger, that front end diffs out a huge amount. So think about it. You're putting so many miles on the front differential than you are the rear. That's one of the things you need to think about. Any differential that's diffing out, like I know mine does, you're putting that many more miles on the gears. So that whole front section of the drivetrain is getting beat that much more by things diffing out. And diffing out is not necessarily a good thing. When you diff out, just back off a little bit. Gear came off on right. And then when you chased the Losi. Yes, that's when the gear came off. Exactly. Yep. There was one other time though, I think, but I don't think it was the Pinion. If I remember right, I think my motor slipped. But that's when, remember when I was jumping it? Remember the 2-level parking lot that had the nice jumped embankment? It was like a stretch of probably like I think it was like a 12 or 14-foot embankment that was a 2-level like parking thing outside. where I was jumping the DB Pro and the DBXL-E 2.0, and it was like it hurt every single time that chassis slapped the pavement. It like I felt it like in my teeth, like it was just like, oh my God, that sounds so horrible. But it took the abuse. But I think my motor, I think the motor itself had shifted in the motor mount on that one. But the pinion, yes. The pinion came off when I did the 30. What was it? Did I drive 30 miles? No. Was it 30 miles? No. 12 and a half miles, 30 minutes. Do you know somebody actually complained about that video recently? Oh my God. I got so many positive comments on that video, right? Which it blows my mind. There are so many positive comments, and then you'll get that one guy that's just not satisfied enough. It's just like, Jesus, come on. Will you just give me a break here? No, I don't really think he was complaining. He would basically what he was saying was I could have full trigger ripped the 12 miles or whatever, but the whole point is I had never done that before. You know, my wife drove, you know, the CRV. I had cameras all over the place, and I literally drove the DBXL-E in the state forest for 12. It would have made it 12 and a half miles. I thought the battery died, but it still had way more to go. So it was a 30-minute drive and 11.7 miles or something like that. And it totally would have made it if the pinion didn't slip off. And that really surprised me. I really didn't. I think for some reason I projected in my head where I thought I was going to make it to. And when I went past that and then drove the entire way back, like, I mean, I literally drove from one end of the state forest, weaving through all the way the state forest does all the weaving and all that stuff, all the way to the opposite side of the state forest, and then back. That was nuts. I literally only thought I was going to make it to the power lines. In my mind, like, I was just thinking that was it. I was like, you know, I expect to hopefully be able to make it to at least the power line area. And when it went, I just was like, I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't like, I just wanted to try it, you know? PG Boost, man. We'll see you later, guy. COVID and coffee tomorrow morning. Tortured. I think that vid is the one that started me to Tortured. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. And I mean, it was the most boringest video, but for me, it wasn't boring, dude. I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I was literally in the CRV, like on the edge of the seat, because I had never done that before. How do you know what I mean? You're driving in a car, following your fifth scale, you know, rather expensive car. You know what I mean? It was fun. It definitely was fun, man. And then when I stopped on the hill and I wasn't thinking, and I got out of the car. Oh no, I didn't get it. Like, I was talking to my wife, and the car, the DBXL-E, actually backed up and hit my wife's car. Like, it hit the tire, and the whole car like rocked. And it was like, we were like, what the hell was that? What just hit us? And then I got out, and I'm like, oh my God. The buggy actually backed up. I totally just, I don't know. I was just scatterbrained that day. But it was a blast, though. How do you pronounce that name? Is it Beeble? Beeble 31? Hello from France. What's going on, guy? How did I fix the pinion? So, number one, take the gear off. I have this solution right here. Took the gear off. I threw the gear in this solution right here. All this really is just lacquer thinner. Threw the gear in the lacquer thinner. heated up both the pinion and the set screw to burn all the old Loctite on it, if there was even any on there. And then what I did was I took the pinion, I stuffed it onto the, I put it on the shaft of the motor, and I took the thread lock and I basically just dripped the thread lock inside the hole, let it kind of settle. And I put a good amount in there too. And what it does is it comes down and it kind of wraps onto the shaft. Now, yes, if you're full trigger ripping, getting that motor to 200 and something degrees, is there the possibility of it backing off? Yeah, probably, but mine hasn't yet. Meaning that set screw right now has not moved since I did that. So I drip the thread lock inside the hole. It lets it settle down, go onto the shaft. Then what I'll do is I'll put more thread lock actually on the set screw itself, dive it into the hole, screw it in, and then just give it you got to have a good tool. So you got to have a good driver to be able to bite onto that set screw, and you just give it just like a nice little crank. And mine has no, I mean, other people have had issues. I really haven't had any issues really with mine. And I beat that thing. I know that motor gets hot. I beat it though. That thing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't beat it hard enough. maybe it needs to be like mangled more. But I got to tell you, I have beat the crap out of that thing. Oh, look, it's one of Earl's kids. Which one? Oh, look at that. Earl Moorhead Jr. What's up, Junior? That's funny. That's all right. So, Junior, what are you up to today? Are you looking for? Are you going tomorrow, Peanut? So, Junior, you're going tomorrow or no? I hope you get a chance to go, man. Your dad's going to be sending the big rock off of Bertha. Talked him into it. Didn't really take. Yeah, you're going to go? Awesome, man. It's good to see you out there. It's definitely good to see you out there with your dad. You definitely can have some good fun with your dad. Think about it. Think about it, Junior or Peanut, whatever you call it. I'll just call you Junior. But think about it, man. You're gonna remember this stuff like when you're older, that you got to be able to do stuff like this with your dad. That's a big thumbs up right there. I gotta tell you. So my son actually used to work. I don't say my son worked for me. My son worked with me. That was the difference. I couldn't, I paid him well for what he did. And, but yeah, he, we were talking the other day, and he was like, not too many kids get to work with their, dad or mom or however it works. Not too many kids get to work with the dad. And my youngest daughter too. My youngest daughter worked. All of my kids worked for me. Wasn't slave labor either. I paid them. But it was just easy. You trust family. You know what I mean? You trust family more. But yeah, all these times that you're with your dad, you're going to remember it forever. My son, like I said, he was talking to me the other day, and he was just like, I got to work with you. And he was like, I'll never forget it. And it was like, he actually said that he misses being able to go to work with me in the morning. So, and he's got a big time job right now. He's a full blown mechanic at a dealership, and he's a good one too. So, yeah. He can send the Typhoon, right? I keep calling it the Typhoon. I don't know why. I always call it the Typhoon, but it is the Typhoon. Yeah. /4x4 is awesome. anyways. So that's it. I think we're looking at like literally once it gets to 2 hours and once it gets to 3 hours, which was going to be what time? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 12:52 a.m.
So right when it comes to 1 o'clock, that's when I'll just end the stream. I think that's good enough on a 3-hour live stream. What did we do on this live stream? We were working on the big rock. We discovered what the issue was. Believe it or not, it can still drive, which is incredible. That big rock really, there's a reason why that thing's called a big rock, man. It rocked with the big boy toys. So it suffered less damage than the Pro scale and the 5th scale. The X-Max is called a Pro scale, right? Because it's the unknown scale, because it doesn't have a scale. But it is kind of considered a 5th scale, isn't it? But I think Traxxas calls it like a Pro scale or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's the UDR. But yeah, that big rock. Yeah, Earl, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you send that big rock. That'll be a good video. So we're kind of doing the RC Guy Garage Big Rock Challenge. It's literally sending the big rock, like literally send it, like full trigger, send it off a jump, send it as fast as it can go on dirt or grass or whatever, get some numbers. I don't really have like a challenge for it, but kind of just call it the RC Guy Garage Big Rock Challenge. Send it. 5th scale send your big rock. Like literally. The way you would treat your 5th scale, send it. This big rock can take it. And that it proved itself to me 2 days ago now. It proved itself to me 2 days ago. And it's minor breakage, and we have the parts coming. $15 per side. That's nothing. X-Max. I don't know, guy. I'm telling you there, Junior. I'm telling you. I think the big rock is going to kick the X-Max's butt. It kicked my X-Max's butt. My X-Max can't stay together. Earl and Guy helped you a lot. What is that? With Mini Max taking it apart to handling and stopping chassis slap, right? Yeah, Earl is definitely on the technical side, man. Yep. Brandon, appreciate that, man. You sent your big rock through your bedroom window? What? RC Master, what? You sent your big rock through your bedroom window? And that's how I got outside, and that's how it got outside for me. Try it out for 10 minutes. Was it an accidental sending? I have to tell you, I really enjoy you being on twice a day. Clifford, it is tough, but I am going to try to do the 10 to 10. Or, all right, so I'm really trying. It is hard because you have to, you have to live like your real life too. And I'm not saying YouTube's not a real life, but it's not realistic when it comes to making income, like paying the bills. So there are days that I obviously have to, concentrate more on paying a couple bills. You know what I mean? So I'll do that work when it's necessary, but YouTube is here. YouTube is here to stay for the channel. COVID and coffee is obviously a permanent thing because guess what? The COVID virus has mutated. So it's mutated into 2021. So COVID and coffee is obviously a regular. Shop Talk and Wrench is also a regular show. I will make an attempt this year. I think last year was kind of like a testing or pilot kind of thing. Because I literally did COVID and coffee for what? I think I did COVID and coffee for like 15 or 20 days straight or something like that. Every single morning was a COVID and coffee. It might have been even longer. I can't remember. And what I appreciated was the fact that people actually liked it, because it was almost like it's almost like watching, I don't know, like watching a news show or something. Like, 6 o'clock in the morning, you got, your news. And I watch, like, every day I watch the weather, because that's the only thing I care about on the news. I don't care about all the other junk that's going on, but I like to find out what my day is going to be like, how I can plan, like, potentially maybe my week, whether I got to throw the plow on the truck, or whether if I'm going to be, working outside, or if I'm going to do something inside or whatever. So, and I'm trying to iron out what's going to be best for COVID and coffee, whether it's going to be like, maybe, I think it'll fluctuate between that 9 and 10 a.m. Period of time, because that way I can at least stop it between 11 and 12. Sometimes it goes over. And then obviously what's going on right now, same thing, kind of like that, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then obviously sometimes it bleeds over into, I'm actually doing pretty good, because I literally have a minute left, or 2 minutes left. So this is working out mint. So what's it like? What time is it right now? Is it 1 o'clock in the morning? Alexa, what time is it? Oh, I got my watch on.
It's 12:58
Yeah.
a.m.
So it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning. So, and then for Californians, obviously that's only a 3-hour time difference. So they're looking at 11 o'clock. So, 10 o'clock. So, and I think that works out. So, yeah. So be on the lookout for the video for Trash Bag. It's obviously it's not going to be tomorrow, because I didn't get a chance to put it together, but there will be a video for Trash Bag. It's not epic. It's rather short. But it's kind of like that, just that Trash Bag Reborn kind of thing, because it was called Trash Bag for a long time, because basically it really was in a trash bag. It's a Traxxas X Max, literally brand new, and it's given me nothing but issues. So I really want to like that truck, because so many people out there are having a good time. I'm just one of the people that aren't, and I want to have a good time. I don't think I've ever fought so hard for a vehicle to work. I think I'm just like throw the thing out the window by this point. But the X-Max isn't supposed to do that. You're not supposed to throw it out. You're supposed to be able to drive it through a window like RC Master did. So, yeah. This is it. This is the end. 2:59, 55, 54, 53, 52. No, going the opposite way. It's 3 o'clock. It's time to end the show. So anyways, who do we have? We got Hector Santos, Earl Moorhead. We have RC Master. We had Clifford Graves. We've got Junior is in the show tonight. We've got Brandon, Jeffrey Hay. Hey, has anyone been on Traxxas website in a while? They have vehicles out until March. What's going on with them? I don't know. I think their stock is literally just gone. Who else is here? We've got 37 people here and 67 thumbs ups. Holy smokes, that is awesome. You spoiling us with late nights, right? It's fun. My wife heads up to bed like around that, 9 o'clock time. She'll, go take a bath or whatever and chill out. Raza Parker, what's going on, guy? Big Rock is an awesome little truck. It really is. That, when ARRMA says ARRMA tough, when you really think about it, that Big Rock is kind of an example of ARRMA being really ARRMA tough. That thing took such a beating. You guys only saw half of the footage because I forgot to click the camera on my head. Oh, I was so upset about that because I Lauren, what's going on, guys? Snow? Over here, probably not. I'm the Cape portion. I'm too close to the water, right? I'm too close to the water where I'm waiting. I'm wanting a big... Robbie's RC. If you're wanting a big rock, dude, definitely get one. I definitely would recommend getting one. You would probably have a blast, man. Robbie, you know what you should do? You should sell that MK phaser kit. If you haven't built it yet, sell that and put the money towards a big rock. Christian Harris, where's the Max? The Max is behind me. Let's see. Gucci Skunk. I wish my dad would buy me a Typhon. Right. Dude, you got to get a job. When I was, what was I, 14 years old? I had a paper route. Create a job. You can create a job somehow. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I pretty much called out. I didn't call out 37 people, but that's because 37 people aren't talking. So, all right. So I usually say I'm out. You should get out too and rip it, and you really should. What do we do today? We worked on the big rock. So I'm basically going to leave you right on the big rock as I end the show. This is one sharp looking truck. Kind of has the GMC look with like the Ford F-150 kind of look. I got this obviously because of my truck, Big Black. This is basically miniaturized version of my truck, kind of, sort of. Very similar kind of, it's a mixture of different trucks. It does have the nice cowl induction hood right here. That's pretty cool. I do like that. They did make a very sharp truck. They did make a very resilient truck. I'm not going to call it perfect, but I can tell you right now, this thing went to where fifth scales go, and it actually fared better than the fifth scales. And yes, I know weight ratio, blah, 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 but think about it. Think about what you're really saying. This thing jumped almost as far as the Outcast did. So the Outcast was able to jump a little bit further than this thing, but still, this thing did mint. So as far as a vehicle for my channel, for RC Guy Garage, this big rock definitely gets a thumbs up. Very, very surprised. I have hot racing, left and right front hubs coming. The steering blocks, those are coming because I did crack and break off one of the lower kingpin areas. I kind of was saying that the kingpin is either broken, the bolt is sheared off, or I blew out the bearing. Ended up being just the hub itself. It looks like the C hubs are stout enough to be able to handle a piece of aluminum being shoved in there, and I think this thing is going to be great. So, and I'll even like weigh parts and all that stuff. So I always say I'm out. You should get out too. And yeah, just get out there and rip it. Thank you guys for coming to this Shop Talk and Wrench, working on the ARRMA Big Rock. If you don't have one, you should definitely get one. Do I want to end the stream? Not really, but thank you guys. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks for coming.